So I'm just wondering first if you could tell us a little bit about the song itself, like what inspired like some of the parts that, you know, a little bit about your brother, I guess, and part about like, you know, the babies being killed and the gangs and the colors and stuff like that.
Right. Well, the real inspiration is like, it's always people saying something bad about Toledo or all the gang violence and the babies that got killed or young people dying in the city. Then with my brother being in jail, it's like it all came together on one song. I guess I'll say it like that. And it's like, we just for my group, Flip Cash, we just want to get back to the city. It's a lot of people that say, oh, I put on for my city and all this and that, but I've never seen it. So with what we trying to do, we just got plans to actually give back.
And in the song too, you say, you know, you weren't in the gangs. And that's how your mom raised you to do it. Can you talk a little bit about what your upbringing was like and why you chose or didn't end up in the gangster?
Well, when we were younger, it was me and both my brothers that were here, but at a point in time they left. So it was like I was by myself until they came back when I was 14. So it was like I never had a chance to be around that type of stuff. I guess basically what everybody called me a mama's boy, but that's just because I didn't have anybody else. I didn't really have friends like that when I was growing up. So I never really had the opportunity to be around people that were in gangs or stuff like that, or be out in the streets.
Do you have friends who were, or?
I have a lot of friends now that are in it, but I associate with them, but that's only when I see them. Like, I don't hang around people like that all the time because you never know what could happen.
Do you, and I know you said that, you know, this is about giving back to Toledo. People are, like you said, can be very down and negative. People in Toledo are very good at being self-loathing about the city that they're in. What is it about Toledo that you love, and what do you see for the city's future?
I mean, this is where I was born and raised, so there's a lot of people that just want to get away from the city because they say there's nothing here. But me and my brother Aaron, we talk a lot, so it's like we just want to bring stuff to Toledo, like making parks with kids and where they can play, like having businesses where people can go to and keep the money circulating in the city and stuff like that. I don't know. I just want to do something good since this is where I'm from. I don't want to get away from it. Like maybe if I had some money, I probably wouldn't even move out of the city for real. Or if I was big and famous and had a lot of money, I would probably have a house somewhere else. But I probably would never leave the city for real.
Do you have a favorite place or a favorite thing, or you know that, you know, when people ask you about Toledo, you're like, this is, you know.
Downtown Toledo actually has a lot of stuff in it. It's just people choose not to go down there, I guess, because the police are always down there. But there's actually a lot of stuff. If you actually walk around the city, you'll see a lot of stuff. So, I mean, really my main focus is music at the moment, just because I got a lot of people that, I wouldn't say depend on me, but they look to me like I can help them and we can help each other sometimes.
How did you discover that music was something that you were passionate about? And like, we'll wait till she gets this one better. But then, you know, wondering like how you got involved in music. Like, how did you know that you were passionate about it? What motivates you?
It's funny because this is actually the first song I recorded. This is the first house I recorded a song in back when I was 14. I think I was 14 or 15. But it was upstairs. It wasn't down here yet. We moved it down here, but it was my cousin Marvin. We used to live on Detroit, near Indiana. It was like right where that bank used to be. But he used to come over. He used to have me write songs with him and stuff like that. And I was like probably 7 or 8 years old. So we were performing in front of my mom, and she'd tell us if she liked it or not. And then I started growing up, but I kind of fell away from it, getting into school and stuff like that. But then when I was like around 13 or 14, I started writing music again. Then when he finally got his studio stuff set up upstairs, and that's when I recorded my first song. Since then, it just came to this. I'm like 24 now.
Is your mom honest with you about the songs?
Yeah, a couple of times. I don't remember performing. I think we performed a song called maybe once or twice. But I mean, we were young, so what can we talk about at 7 or 8 years old? So I don't know. Now she like her old school type of music. Now she don't really listen to all the stuff we've been doing since it's all the rap and stuff. If she listened to it, she'll like it. She got some favorite songs that we made that my brother Anthony actually went on because he used to rap too until he went to jail and stuff. But yeah, she got a few songs she still listens to of ours.
What do you, I mean, how would you, like, if someone asked you, like, to describe, like, your music, like, what your songs are about and, like, you know, the style and type of music, how would you describe it for them?
In most of my music, I kind of say I'm the best a lot because, I mean, there's a lot of people out here that make terrible music. And there's a lot of people out here that also lie about what they talk about. But most of the time when I make music, actually, almost all the time I make music, I never say something that I don't have, like cars with big rims and a lot of money and stuff like that. Because if I have a lot of money, I wouldn't be recording in this basement. But I like to rap about what's actually going on and what's going on in my life personally and stuff like that.
It's cool because it makes it more personal.
Right.
If people are probably more likely to relate to,
Right.
to what you say. Like, what type of people influence you?
Really the people I'm around. I can't say I listen to a lot of commercial music or music here on the radio because I can't really relate to it. But I mean, people I'm around most of the time, and that's where I get my inspiration from.
And can you talk about the group?
Oh well, Flip Cash Entertainment. It started back. We actually came from a lot of different names.
Yes.
But Flip Cash came about in about 2010, 2009. So then the first two artists we had, well, it was me and my cousin Zeke at one point in time. But then later in 2010, we had a couple artists that came along, which was Charlie Red and the other one was KT. And they were now serious artists. We have maybe 4 or 5 serious artists in the group right now, and we got a lot going on. Like if you look on the internet, type in Flip Cash Entertainment, you can see a lot of the different artists: Charlie Red, Brady Red, Jake Twice, and me. That's probably all you'll see right now. I don't know, we're just trying to do something different. A lot of people do the same music, make the same type of music, but we just want to make something different because
Right. Did you guys perform, like, put on, like, live shows, or?
we have performed. We haven't performed in a while as a whole group recently. Actually, I have a show coming up on the 29th of March. It's at the Pool Room. I believe it's on Main Street on the east side. But as a group, we haven't performed in a while. It's been maybe the last show we did.
When we did that show for Boss Land and them, probably a couple, like 2-3 weeks back.
Tequila Sheila's.
Mhm.
Yeah, y'all was there. Yeah, the last show we did was at Tequila Sheila's downtown. And it's kind of hard to find shows and people. It's hard to find support in Toledo. It's like they don't want to support you until you like really known, until everybody knows you. So I mean, we got fans, but it's hard to get support out here. So.
How did you guys come to know one another?
Well, Charlie Red is actually my cousin, so I met most of the people that's in the group now through him because, well, him and KT were best friends. They were good friends. I won't say they're best friends, but then him and KT knew Jay Twice. Then Jay Twice came along. Then they went to school with Aquaria. She sings with us, and then Ready Red came along through KT. So it's kind of we all knew each other through somebody else. So that's all I know. It's basically all family.
Where did the name Jimmy Page come from?
Well, I actually got a lot of names too. Jimmy middle name is James. So it kind of, I didn't want to have some name where it was just a random name. So then paid is basically money for cash, kind of ties into each other. So it's kind of a simple name. Not too much thought.
Shoot, there was something I was thinking about. So what do you do now? Like, do you work? Is it just like music? I know think we talked about this before, but I can't remember. Like, are you in school or?
Right now, it's all music. I've applied to some places, just waiting for some response from that. But right now, it's all music. It seems like every time I have a job, something major comes up in the music, and I have to miss work for it. And I don't want to miss work just in case something happens. So right now, I've just been focused on the music, just in case something happens. I won't have to call off of work or miss work for it.
You were going to UT at one point too, weren't you? Or something?
I was going to Full Sail University. It's an online school for music production. So yeah, that's around the time where it was early last year I was going, but then that's when a lot of stuff started happening. So I kind of stopped focusing on my work and started focusing on the music more. So kind of had some trouble with that.
Do you have lyrics to the song, Lou? I was wondering if you could read some of the lyrics.
I have them in my phone.
Did you do it on your phone?
Do what?
Like, do you like write the song on your phone?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Paper, I used to write on paper, but then I used to run out of paper notebooks and stuff, so it was just easier to start putting on the phone. I lost my brother to a Fed case. I'm trying to keep my head straight. Death row ringing in my ears and make my head ache.
Is it your brother caught a Fed, like a federal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to think something around.
Yeah.
So,
No.
It's so good.
Yeah. No. We really like it like a lot. Like, I mean, we're not just like fucking with it. We really like it. So, can you think of anything else we need to ask you about?
I'm gonna get some different shots, and then maybe I'll think of something more. What do you think? So can maybe get some of you guys. We'll have all of you in here.